let us discuss about the problems based on finding factors. So what I say is, before going to start this topic called finding factors, let us know very two important and basic points regarding the numbers. First one is, any natural number can be written as product of one and itself by default. So suppose if you take 18, so 18 can be written as 1 into 18. Okay, now if I take 17, any natural number, so I can write 17 as 1 into 17. If I take 48, I can write 48 as 1 into 48. So this is a very simple fact that we know, so that any number can be written as product of one and itself, right? So second point is very, very important point based on factors. Numbers based on factors if I take, there are two kinds of numbers: prime numbers, composite numbers. Friends, one is neither a prime nor a composite. So one is neither a prime number or nor a composite. We are starting from two. Prime numbers, what are prime numbers? The numbers which do not have factors except one and itself. They are called as prime numbers, right? So one is neither a prime, so it starts from 2. 2 is the only even prime number. 2 is the starting prime number. 2 is the least prime number. 2 is the only even prime numbers. After 2, every prime number is an odd number. So 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, etc. These are prime numbers. Okay, so whatever are not prime numbers except one is neither a prime number nor a composite number. Whatever they are not prime numbers except one, so all those numbers are called as composite numbers. Composite numbers means, what is the property of composite numbers? Apart from one and itself, at least one more factor they will have. That means, suppose what are the numbers I skipped here? 4 is there, 6 is there, okay, 8 is there, 9 is there. So let us suppose take 1 into 4, anyway 1, 2 is also a factor, 4 is also, that means 3 factors. Except apart from one and itself, one more factor is there. Minimum 3 factors should be there, then it should be called as composite. Minimum 3, more than the one itself, one more factor, minimum one more other factor should be there, then we can call it as a composite number. Suppose 6 is there, 1 is a factor, 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, 6 is a factor. 2 into 3 is equal to 6, 1 into 6 is equal to 6, anyway, right? So like this, these numbers are called as composite numbers. So my dear friends, now what is the important point that I am going to say? The relationship between prime and composite number. The relationship between prime and composite number. What is the relationship between prime and composite number? Very, very important point, my dear friends. Any composite number, I'll write separately, no problem. Any composite number can be written as product of prime numbers. Any composite number can be written as product of prime numbers. They can be written as anyway product of one and itself, that everybody knows here. Apart from that, if you take any composite number, we can write it as a product of prime number. Suppose if you take 4, how can you write 4? 4 can be written as 2 into 2. 2 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number. Suppose if you take 6 can be written 1 into 6, anyway we can write 2 into 3. 2 into 3, right? Suppose if you take 8 can be written as prime numbers. What are the prime numbers we can write? 8 into 8 into 2 or 3, 2 or more prime numbers. You can see 2 into 2 into 2. Suppose if you take 9 can be written as 3 into 3. You take any prime number, you take any composite number, you can write any composite number as a product of prime numbers apart from one and itself. One into itself, any natural number we can write. If it is a composite number, we can definitely write it as product of 2 or more prime numbers. So this is the basic point that we should know before going to solve these problems based on finding factors of a number. Suppose if we take a composite number called 100. So 100 can be written as 2 into 50. So 50 can be written as 2 into 25. So again 25 can be written as 5 into 5. So finally 100 I can write it as 2 power 2 into 5 power 2. 2 and 5 are prime numbers. So this method, like this, writing a composite number as a product of prime numbers along with their powers also sometimes, this method is called as prime factorization method. This method is called as a prime factorization method. Suppose if you want to write 75, prime factorize 75. First of all 75, first I will check with 2. Prime numbers, no, I have to start with 2. 2, no, not divisible. Then I will go for 3. Okay, 3 into 25 I can write. Now 3 into 5 I can write. So 3 power 1 into 5 square. 3 power 1 into 5 square. So this method, so writing a composite number as a product of 2 or more prime numbers is called as prime factorization method. Prime factorization method. Okay. So now we will go into the questions. Friends, now let us go and find factors of 36. So in general, I am not using any procedure. Generally 36 is a very small number. We know what are the factors of 36. So 1 into 36, we can write like this. 2 into 18 is equal to 36. 3 into 12 is equal to 36. 4 into 9 is equal to 36. And 6 into 6 also will give 36. So if I take these numbers in this order, the factors that we get are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. So how many factors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factors are there, including 1 and itself. If you include 1 and itself, including 1 and itself, how many factors are there? 9 factors are there. 9 factors are there. If you go for excluding 1 and itself, so we have to remove 1 and 36 and we have to say 7 factors. 7 factors, right? So if you include, if they say how many factors, generally we will include 1 and itself. So sometimes specifically they will ask excluding 1 and itself means we have to remove that 1 and itself and you have to say 7 factors. This is for the example of 36. But my dear friends, in the competitive exams, in general, nobody will give you this kind of easy numbers. Definitely they will give some big numbers only. Recently in a competitive exam, I have seen how many factors are there for 1800, 1800, including 1 and itself. So we will be using a method, that is prime factorization method, which we have already used. So I am taking 36 here. This is very tricky method. I will tell you the shortcut also, don't worry. 36 is there. 36 is the number given. First what we will do, we will prime factorize it. So 2 into 18. So again it can be written as 2 into 2 into 9. So again I can write it as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So I can write as 2 square into 3 square. So 36 can be written as 2 square into 3 square. What is 2 square? 4. What is 3 square? 9. So 4 into 9, 36. Like that. Okay. So 36 is equal to 4 into 9. 2 square into 3 square. I should not say 4 into 9. 2 square into 3 square. So base is prime factorization is done. So first prime factor is 2. It has to be written 2 times. Second prime factor is 3. It has to be written 2 times and multiply all the numbers. Then you will get 36. My dear friends, now we are going for individual factors which are existing for these numbers. My dear friends, 2 square means 4. What are the factors of 4? First 2 is a factor of 4. So I can write 2 as 2 power 1. Then again 4 is anyway factor of 4 because every number is a factor of itself. Now 1 is a factor of every number, right? 2 power 0. 1 is a friend of all, that we know very well. So for 4, how many factors are there? 1, 2, 4. So that means for 2 power 2, how many factors are there? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Now, my dear friends, if I go for 3 power 2, like this. What are the factors of 3 power 2? 3 power 0, 3 power 1, 3 power 2. 3 power 0, 3 power 1, 3 power 2. Right? So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. That means 1, 2, 4 are the factors of 4. So 1, 3, 9 are the factors of 9. Now what we will do? We will take each and every number. So with these numbers only I am splitting. So I will take each and every number and make them interact with the numbers of the other prime number. So 2 power 0 with all these 3 numbers. So that means 2 power 0 into 3 power 0. 2 power 0 into 3 power 1. 2 power 0 into 3 power 2. Next. 2 power 1. Let us take 2 power. 2 power 1 into 3 power 0. 2 power 1 into 3 power 1. 2 power 1 into 3 power 2. Next. 2 power 2 into 3 power 0. 2 power 2 into 3 power 1. 2 power 2 into 3 power 2. Now if you take this, my dear friends, what is 2 power 0 into 3? 1 into 1, that means 1. 2 power 0 into 3 power 1, that means 1 into 3, that is equal to 3. 2 power 0 into 3 power 2, 1 into 9, that is equal to 9. 2 power 1 into 3 power 0, 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. 2 power 1 into 3 power 1, that is 6. 2 power 1 into 3 power 2, that is equal to 18. That means 2 into 9, 18. 2 power 2 into 3 power 0, 4 into 1, that is equal to 4. 2 power 2 into 3 power 1, that is equal to 4. No, sorry, 12. 4 into 3, 12. So 2 power 2 into 3 power 2, 4 into 9, that is equal to 36. So if you put them in an order, see, you will get the same numbers. You will get the same numbers, the factors. So this is the actual method to find the factors. So first you have to prime factorize it. This is the prime factorization level. So take the factors of each and every number that you have written with along with their powers. What are the factors? Then take one number in one set and make them interact with every other set also. This is the actual procedure. What I have told you now is procedure. But there is no rule that every time here only 2 numbers will come. Sometimes 3 numbers also will come. 2 into 3 into 5 into something, 7 into something, 2, more than 2, 3, 4, like that also. Then making all these combinations will become impossible for us. Time taking, not impossible, time taking. So that much time will not be there for us in the examination hall. So that is why I will tell you a shortcut, very, very useful shortcut, right? Now friends, we will be finding factors of a particular number by using a shortcut. I already said we will be using a shortcut, right? So by using the shortcut, I am going to find factors of 36. 36 only. We already know that there are 9 factors including 1 and itself for 36, and excluding 1 and itself there will be 7, right? So first of all, prime factorization is compulsory. Even though it is shortcut, prime factorization is compulsory. Some people can directly write it as, some people who are good at numbers will directly write it as 2 square into 3 square, but for your convenience I am writing it elaborately. So 2 into 18, then 2 into 2 into 9. So finally I can write 2 into 2 into 2, 3 into 3. So finally I can write as 2 square into 3 square, that is nothing but prime factorization. Prime factorization. This is prime factorized. This is step number 1. This is step number 1, right? So we have to prime factorize first. That is step number 1 you have to do. Step number 1 is prime factorization. Then step number 2 is write powers separately. Write powers separately. Write powers separately. I am writing power. This is step number 2. Write powers separately. So I am writing here separately 2. Only powers, not bases. Write powers separately. Now step number 3 is add 1 to each and every number. Add 1 to each power number. Add 1 to each power number. That is point number 3. So add 1 to each and every power. So some people may ask it out, sir, why you are adding this one? Simple. So just now in the previous case we discussed that 1 is a factor of every number, right? So suppose if you are taking 2, this is 4, 2 power 1 is a factor, 2 power 2 is a factor, that means 2 is a factor of 4, 4 is also a factor, but 1 is also a factor of number, no? 1 is a factor of every number, so that 1 I am writing it as 2 power 0. So every place we will get this kind of situation. Suppose second number is there, 3 power 1 is anyway factor, 3 power 2 is anyway factor, 3 power 0 is also a factor, no? So for 1, we have to add 1 for each and every number. That extra factor 1, which we are writing as power 0 is nothing but this plus 1. Okay, what is this plus 1? Why are writing this plus 1? Because 1, every time we are reminding, boss, 1 is also a factor, please include it. Now, multiply the sums. Final one is multiply the sums. Multiply the sums. What are the sums? 2 plus 1 is 3. Here also 2 plus 1 is 3. So multiplying the sums, 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So that means 9 factors are there. So 9 factors are there. Friends, what are these 9 factors? These 9 factors we got including 1 and itself. So this method we will give directly including 1 and itself. If somebody is asking excluding, you will say 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Is equal to 7. So this is the way we have to what is first one? Prime factorization. Next one, write the power separately. Next one, add 1 to each and every power. Next one, whatever the sums you are getting, multiply the sums. Then whatever the number you will be getting, that is the number of factors including 1 and itself. If he is exclusively asking, I want excluding 1 and itself, you have to minus 2. 9 minus 2 will give you 7. Okay. Now let us do it for 1800, because every time there is no rule that only two numbers you will get. Sometimes more than 2 also you will be getting. 2 power 2 into 3 power 2 into 5 power something into 7 power something. Like that, so many things, so many times we can do, as I said. So that's why there is also a previous question given in an exam. How many factors are there for 1800 including 1 and itself? So we will be doing the same. We will be using the same shortcut that we have discussed here for 1800 also. So by shortcut, now I am doing it for 1800. Friends, first we will do prime factorization. So 2 into 900. Some people can write it, but I am writing for your convenience. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 250, 225, I'm sorry. 2 cube, then 2 is over. Now I am checking with 3 into 75. So finally I can write this as 2 cube into 3 square into 5 square, something like that. So primes, so 1800 can be written as 2 power 3 into 3 square into 5 square as a prime factorized form. So that means 1800 is telling you, bhai sahab, if you want to write me as a product of prime factorization, you should be involving 3 prime numbers. What are they? 2 should be involved, 3 should be involved, and 5 should be involved. Because 2 power 3 into 3 square into 5 square is nothing but equal to 1800. What is step number 2? Step number 1 is over. Prime factorization is over. Now what is step number 2? Write all the powers. 3, 2, 2. What is step number 3? Add 1 to each and every number, because 1 is also a factor of every number. Every time you will be reminding, by some 1 is also a factor of every number. So 2 power 0 is also a factor of 2 power 3. 3 power 0 is also a factor of 3 power 2. 5 power 0 is also a factor of 5 power 2. Now here step number 3 is get the sums first. 4, 3, 3. Multiply all the sums. So that is nothing but 4 into 3 into 3, that is equal to 36. What are these 36 factors? These 36 factors are including 1 and itself. Okay, if anybody is asking, please tell me the factors of 1800 excluding 1 and itself. Then what you will do? 36 minus 2 is equal to 34. 36 minus 2 is equal to 34. So this is how we have to find the factors of a particular number by using a method called prime factorization. Prime factorization is compulsory in both. You have seen in procedure and also in the shortcut. That is very, very important. So this is how we need to find the factors of particular number by using prime factorization method, both by procedure and also a shortcut.